1, fight!
Are you a fan of Street Fighter or other fighting games like Mortal Kombat? Ever wondered what it would be like if you could take part in such a competition in the real world? Well, there's a similar contest right here in Singapore. Let's check it out. Teams with 12 fighters each, but only one goal: to emerge the champions of the 6th All-South Martial Arts Championship. Let's check out the action. Each team consists of representatives from different martial arts, so the teams benefit from the advantages of each technique. Hi, I'm here with Felix as well as Mubarak Abdad from Team CU, and Mubarak has actually been practicing Jiu-Jitsu for the last 4 to 5 years, and he's even won bronze medalist in the first Asian Games in Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. I was just wondering, now catching your moments before the match, could you share with us some of your strategies and what you'll be looking out for?
Well, since the next match I'm facing against a boxer, so I'll try to play some strikes with the legs, probably the thrust kicks, side kicks, get some distance, and then probably close up later on during the game. I'll try my best, that is. So I just go for regular training, catching up on more techniques and stuff, and basically before the tournament I try to get my stamina. Yeah.
I think mental is very important in fighting, because at this level, most guys are all very fit. They're all very fit. They're all quite competent in their style. I think being mentally prepared, I think there's a key importance in any fight at all. So I think that put a lot of emphasis on their training, mental training.
But in most competitions, you are also pitting yourselves against similar martial art where you also know the drawbacks and the loopholes and whatnot. So is there any other things that you also prepare in terms of strategy when it comes to pitting skills against a different martial art? Or
I guess different martial arts will have different focus on their training. I think more key importance is actually not which martial art is better, but which opponent trains harder. So you can train for 10 years, but he's just sitting here for 10 years. It's different from training for 10 years. So we're looking at how we train and looking at what are the weaknesses of different martial arts. We train based on that, and we coach based on that also, because of how we attack or how we defend ourselves.
Mubarak starts rather aggressively. But at times, both him and his opponent study each other's moves carefully to plan their strategies. But Mubarak is sharp at spotting the opportunities to strike, and strike he did.
He gave a good fight. The guy was a friend of mine as well, and he gave a very good fight. I managed to get a good hit at his stomach to take his wind out, and concentrated more on the KO of the hit knocked out.
What were the challenges that you faced on the ground?
On the ground, honestly, I was expecting his overhand hook, which I know is very strong. So I just wanted to keep my distance, and keep play more striking with my legs and keep away from his hands. Yeah.
I noticed also that, after the match, you actually went over to see how he was doing, What was that about?
Yeah, because I met him in 2005. We met in the final. He gave me a very tough match, and so this year we met in the semi-final. So I hope nothing happens to him. So I went up and I said to him, nice game, I'm sorry. Yep.
You're gearing up also for the finals, right?
Yes.
Yes. So what's going to be your tactics?
Well, I heard he's a Sancho guy and he's going to be much more with his punches. So I'm going to be aware of that, and same thing, get my distance first, test him, how it's like, and then probably go for the kill. Hopefully. With God's will. I try my best.
Okay, we'll see more of Mubarak a little later.
Indeed, if we look at all the different forms, they appear to be different. However, there is a common thread to all the different martial art forms. They teach you self-discipline, commitment, and they inculcate values in our youth and young people who practice the art, help to develop their character through commitment. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of the martial arts originated from cultural or ethnic origins. However, today we have a lot of cross-cultural and cross-racial participation. My own nephews, they participate in judo and karate. And today we know that Silat is not just confined to the Malays. We have many other races participating. And karate and sanchido, for example, are not just confined to the Chinese. We have many Malays and Indians participating. In fact, these martial art forms have gone international and not just regional. We find many countries around the world, for example, like in Eastern Europe, participating in some of the martial art forms that you see in Singapore. So this is indeed something that can bring the world together. And it's important for us in Singapore as well, as we practice the different art forms. It helps us also to understand the different cultural groups, our friends and our neighbors.
And I have here with me Mr. Michael Tan, who's actually the General Secretary of the Singapore Martial Arts Instructors Association. And he's going to tell us a little bit about why this competition was started in the first place 6 years ago and after 9/11. Tell us about that.
Okay, the reason why this sort of competition has been organized by us is to integrate with all the various martial arts schools. The idea is that we want to promote martial art among all Singaporeans, irrespective of race, religion, or creed. In this way, all the people of Singapore have a chance to see what sort of martial arts we can promote.
What are the little difficulties in bringing it together, and what are the things you all noted? Because each martial art also has their positive points, they have their drawbacks as well. So how do you all merge it so that it becomes a fair competition?
Initially, it was not so easy. After a little bit of persuasion, a little bit of patience, and give and take, we managed to draw down our rules and regulations, which allowed every martial art to have a little bit of their style integrated into the rules and regulations. With a trial and error, we managed to get it better every time we did.
Can you give us some examples? I understand you said Muay Thai or karate. Like, for example, you do Taekwondo. Tell us a bit about the integration.
Okay, when a Taekwondo exponent, he fights only with Taekwondo, they know each other's styles. The way they will come in, the way they will go out, the way they defend. But if a Taekwondo were to take on a boxer, it's different. A Taekwondo takes on with Muay Thai, again, it's different. So it is a very good mix of integration and learning about the other people's art.
I'm here with former world champion for Silat, Mr. Sheikh Alauddin, and here he is. He's one of the officials for this mixed martial art championships. Can you share with us a little bit about how beneficial such competitions is for the martial arts world?
Okay, first and foremost, I think this is our sixth time, and definitely this is something good for all community of martial art to get together, see the different style and all the different technique. This is good for the community of Silat, and of course this will increase the level of the sportsmanship, and of course the technique they can bring it to their own disciplines, because you got to put yourself into the different zone to fight with another discipline.
I have here Vanessa with me, and she's a referee with the competition. Tell me, Vanessa, what are the challenges that you encounter actually trying to referee various martial arts? What do you have to keep on top of?
Okay, so we actually have to look out for the different technicalities that the different martial arts have here, because each of the martial arts have different things that they allow, such like judo, they can throw, and actually throwing is not allowed. So we actually have to pay attention to the little things that that are allowed in these various martial arts, but actually not permitted in this competition, especially since we have rules and regulations that's formatted by the SMIA. Yeah.
So far, what's your most difficult experience here while refereeing?
Okay. As a referee, I really have to be very sharp and very focused, because there are certain things that I can't see from my angle. At the same time, I also have to keep a distance. Being a female, I don't want to get hit by the competitors. So basically, have to keep a very sharp eye and just be focused, basically.
Okay, Li Ping, can you share with us, in a fight like this, what are you looking out for when you actually prepare for it?
Stamina and determination is all in the mind.
This is not your first time. So, tell us what you learned from your first competition, and, how are you going to actually what are you going to do for this time round? What are your strategies?
My strategy is just simple. Fight all you can. Give it all out. Yeah.
But what did you learn from the last time? How do you perform the previous match?
The previous match, I lost to someone who was, I think, 1 or 2 weight cat above me, because there was no girls to fight with. So I learned to use technique instead of just all the balls and strengths. Yeah, just you have to use your brain sometimes when you fight.
What's the worst experience you've ever had in a match?
Worst experience, a cut on my mouth. That's all. But it was bearable.
Both Li Ping and her opponent started rather cautiously at first. But in the end, in subsequent rounds, both of them started getting into the swing of things. For Li Ping, it was too late. She lost. What were you thinking about? Because you also got the benefit of a break to actually recover, because there was quite a bit of a scuffle going on, but y'all seem to be strategizing. What was going through your head?
Making very good use of the break to think what I want to fight next, and how can I turn the 2 losers to like at least 1 win. Yeah.
What were the difficulties you were facing on the ground?
I wasn't calm enough to go think out my tactics when I was in the match. Yeah.
Now don't KO on us because there'll be more action in round 2. Fight!